Zaldrizes buzdaris kosdau.
We just got a massive update for not only Winds of Winter, but also House of the Dragon Season 2. In this video, I want to discuss those from George R.R. Martin's Not a Blog. Please, if you enjoy my content, you enjoy these videos, slap a like on it. Like goal is going to be 420. And also, make sure you subscribe. That's one of the best things you could ever do for anybody you're a fan of here on YouTube. Thank you for watching. Alright, so first up, George R. Martin has told us that House of the Dragon is halfway done with Season 2. Not like halfway done filming and that they have, still a bunch more to film, but just halfway in total. Like, some of the stuff that they filmed early on, they probably fully rendered and added all the background elements and stuff. They're starting to form episodes. Like, George may have even seen a rough cut of 1 or 2 episodes. That's what happened with Season 1. Like, when they finished the episodes, they would send them over to George pre-CGI, like before it was completely finished, and he'd watch and he'd tell us about it on his blog. Not spoilers, but still, that's amazing. That's such good news, right? Like, it sucks that these actors cannot participate in the strikes and, protest with their fellow compatriots to make sure everybody's getting a fair, livable wage, right? But also as a fan, and I said this before, as a fan, I couldn't be more excited. House of the Dragon is not delayed, right? So they finished the scripts for Season 2 way before the strike even started, and the actors are legally obliged to continue filming. They could either be fired, sued, or a combination of both, right? Here's a couple of things that they're planning, right? So there's been a few new cast members. You want to know more about that, check the link down below in the description. I actually made a whole video about that. But one of the big things is that they're planning on filming some sort of a small skirmish. Like, the rumors are that it's a big battle, right, involving the Triarchy, because HBO, House of the Dragon, has been promoting the Triarchy on their social media, right? And then when you go and look at the Leavesden studio, there's a few boats that are being built. And then remember, with the Dragon Seeds, there was a boat scene there as well. They filmed on a beach, right? So when you combine that, people are saying it's going to be, a big boat battle. The thing is that the big boat battle, Battle of the Gullet, is going to be pushed back to Season 3. That's going to take, if they were filming Battle of the Gullet, they would have already started. Now that we know they're halfway through being completely done with Season 2, for sure, it was the Battle of the Gullet that was pushed back to Season 3. And what I'm referring to is, like, right before they started filming, there was this massive article that came out that said, hey, House of the Dragon Season 2 is only going to be 8 episodes, and there was a massive battle that was going to happen originally in Season 2 that's now being pushed back to Season 3. They didn't tell us which battle it was, but from process of elimination, it's the Battle of the Gullet. It has, like, multiple dragon riders, dragon seeds. Let's see, you have Jason Veermax, you have, like I mentioned, the dragon seeds, so that's Nettle, Off-White, Hugh Hammer, and then obviously Adam of Hull, right? All of these dragon riders are all fighting the Triarchy. The Triarchy is the enemies that Daemon and Corlys made down in the Stepstones. That is too massive of a battle to include in Season 2, so it just makes sense. We'll put it in Season 3. Now, initially, if there were 2 more episodes, for sure you could have fit that into this season. Alright, now to the win stuff. George R. R. Martin, this is a quote directly from his Not a Blog. He goes, yes, of course, I have been working on Winds of Winter almost every day. Writing, rewriting, editing, writing some more, making steady progress. Not as fast as I would like, certainly not as fast as you would like, but progress nonetheless. Right. I have not read not a blog post where George has said, I've been working on Winds of Winter every day. Almost every day. Like, he hasn't quite phrased it like that. Like, he says, I'm doing this, I'm writing about this character in Bravos. Like, when he was mentioning Arya, he'll be like, I finally was able to wrap up an arc of a certain character. He's never said, I'm writing every day on Winds of Winter. And then skip a few words ahead, he says rewriting and editing, right? Now, I read a lot of books. I've never written a book, right? But I feel like the only reason why you'd be rewriting and editing and then also writing every day is because you were almost finished. By the end of this year, there's a strong chance that Winds of Winter will at the very least have a release date, or maybe even George will update us saying it's completed and it'll be out sometime within the next year. Like, there's a bunch of stuff that has to happen after George turns in his final draft to his editor. Like, his editor has to run through it and make the story more interesting. Like, George thanks his editor a bunch of times for making his stories interesting. So this is awesome news. This is a really big update. Like I said before, if you enjoyed this, please subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. And also, super special shout out to Breanne Johnson, The North Must Remember, Destiny Mix Queen Phillips 420, and Tyler Schnabel, as they're all the executive producers of this video on my Patreon over on the Dragon Knight tier. So thank you for watching.
Along not until there is a spostare exos tower.